Hello, my name is Helen Campbell. I am a retiree of the European Commission and SCIC, and I'm going to talk to you today about going back to work and office space. And I'll start now. Now, after 2 years of the pandemic that we've all lived through, we begin to hear that people are now actually going back to work. In many cases, this will probably mean white-collar workers returning to the office, or perhaps to a school or university. But not everybody is happy about going back to work. And so to lure them back to make the return more attractive, some businesses are offering free lunches, free drinks, even a free massage. But if and when people do return, how will they feel about their working environment? How will they feel about their space where they're working 2 years later? Now, here's a little anecdote, which I think will illustrate the point how important one's environment is. The great modern architect Le Corbusier, a century ago, was commissioned to design homes for factory workers in Bordeaux, in France. Now, the result was much as you would expect from this architect. Very modern, large blocks, block colours, modern for then, but actually for now too. But the factory workers all refused to move in. Later on, those who did move in decided to change things, added shutters and gardens and tried to make the atmosphere a little less austere and a bit more cosy. I think this illustrates how much our environment is important for how we feel, how we work, and whether we're creative and productive or not. Now, of course, it's easy for managers and directors general sitting in their large corner offices, but they should take this issue very seriously. And they should perhaps look at an experiment carried out in 2010 by 2 psychologists. This is what they did. They had a group of participants who were asked to perform simple administrative tasks in different office spaces. 4 different layouts were chosen. The first was very minimalist and stripped down, with just a bare desk and a swivel chair and a pen and paper. The second was the same office space but decorated with a few pots of plants and some pictures. The participants generally preferred the second layout. As to the third and fourth layouts, well, they looked similar, but they produced very different outcomes. In each space, the participants concerned were invited to place pictures and plants wherever they liked before they began working. But in one case, the room was decorated by the participant, and then the project manager came in and rearranged the whole thing. So the physical difference was minimal, but the results were huge. Vastly different. It turned out that workers want to be empowered to shape their own space. If they do so, they will work better, be more productive and happier. If they are disempowered, they will do less well and they will be less productive. So it isn't just the environment that counts. It's the control that is really important. Now, as a former SCIC interpreter, but also administrator, I can relate to that. I remember that I had a nice office which was decorated as I wished, and then I went away on mission for a week. I returned to find a large, ugly cupboard had been placed in my office. I was very unhappy about this indeed. In fact, I made such a fuss that it was removed very quickly and placed elsewhere. Another experiment that I remember involved working in an open plan environment. I was working in Germany at the time, and the office space was classic at the beginning, so small offices. I had my own. Then the company moved elsewhere, and we moved into this open plan, which everyone detested. Years later, the open plan scheme was dropped by most companies, and individual offices returned. But I understand that now it's back yet again to the open plan. I just hope that everybody will look at the past and try and learn from it. It is the control and the empowerment that contribute most to happiness and to productivity. Thank you.